Guys, it's Wolver here, guys. I hope you guys doing okay. I just wanted to tell you guys, stay strong, have faith. This is coming. It has started. We've seen actually people getting paid, or we're hearing people getting paid. We already heard actually from very valuable sources that certain foundation groups have been paid. A lot of them. All right. So it has started in a sense. So we're just waiting actually to come this way for our level, so we can celebrate. Okay. So as soon as I get that call, guys, that offer will go up straight away. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
No gold. Jeff's NVA. What do you think? What will happen if Doge finds no gold? Jeff's NVA. That, ooh, cool pick. I think it would force things to the head now, meaning it's over. You're going to call it the government, which means either the government implodes completely and there's nothing left because nobody's got faith. I mean, come on, we got gold in Fort Knox. But if there is no gold in Fort Knox, then they have to reset. In other words, we're going to need those banking families, Chinese, dragons, whatever you want to call them, mystical, whatever. We're going to desperately need them to back us up with something people can see, or they're going to have no faith. Do you have any idea that majority of Americans still think their money's gold backed? They still think that there's a bunch of gold in Fort Knox, and that's what makes it worth money. Many Americans still think that. To have that mask ripped or those rose-colored glasses removed from their eyes, that would force it to happen now. That's my thoughts on that one. John Dowling released his latest podcast with Norman Traversy. All right, who's Norman? One, John, super nice guy. I would just like to point that out. One of the nicest human beings I've ever had the privilege of talking to. Super nice. Don't know who his guest was. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. That one was fun. Apparently, Doge just found $700 billion in Social Security fraud. Mad Max, wait until you hear what I have to share on that front. Actually, you probably already heard. Monopoly money. Elon live video for all to see. Market crash. It's coming. Found I don't know about 85 trillion, but they found over a trillion. Reading a few of these, and we're going to rip soon. What if the guard dogs ate the gold? Choice, I don't know anyone on SSA for 140 years. I mean, it didn't even exist 140 years ago. RW, if there's no gold in Fort Knox, that means the price of physical gold medals skyrockets. Skyrockets in flight. Anybody want to sing along? LSU girl, look at you hanging out over there on Rumble. Peach Keen is finally starting to feel fun. It is. It's not at Knox. It's somewhere else. Skyrockets head. All right, you guys have me singing now. Does anybody else know what I'm singing? Am I by myself? Kukla, it's good to see you in the house. Said, sing, Mark, sing. Ooh. We're going to leave that one right there, Iridescent Flame. But I appreciate the add-on. Dead Like Me, you get it. Yeah, no, you're right. Jason just mentioned silver would explode as well. You're right. All right, let's hit it. Let's get through some news. Call it a wrap. Multiple injuries. We did that one. Let's do the next one. Passing the oil and gas law, a final solution to stop the smuggling of the region's oil and protect Iraq's wealth. You get where we're going on this one, guys. We're going to have a couple on the same genre. Rapid developments. The region announces the date of exporting oil, and delegation from Baghdad visits Erbil this coming week. Days away. In my opinion, days away from HCL and a revalue by what I'm seeing right now. I'm praying at least. I hope I'm not wrong. British Petroleum Kirkuk, a boom of opportunity or point of tension with the Kurds. The Kurds are actually excited. This will give them the opportunity to make up the money. In other words, they can report it all. There'll be more exports. The region will not suffer a loss, and Baghdad will get all their dollars, and we have HCL. Great story here if you keep reading them. Oh, man, one of my favorites of the day, Carrot Foundation for Economic Development praises the decision to localize the gold industry. Did you guys know that one of the largest gold industries, not only mining, turning it into jewelry items, used to be in Iraq? I knew going back to ancient Sumeria, etc., that they had gold. I knew from a couple of really fun popular science articles probably 10, 12 years ago, getting closer, more like 14, 15 years ago. I was just doing the math. Showed the natural resources in Iraq and Afghanistan, gold deposits, etc. They're large. What's the one thing we don't think about in Iraq? We don't think about gold. Sumerian gold, ancient gold. Some of the most unique historic gold artifacts in recorded human history came out of Iraq. So I love seeing this article. It made me feel really good about some of the other things they have going for them. You're like, oh my God, free energy. We're not going to need oil. They have many other things going on. So they are localizing their gold industry from everything from mining to creating finished product, from jewelry to bars, you name it. This one's a really big, fun one.
Hey guys, how are you? I just want to share something, and I know most people do it, and it is absolutely running rampant in the RV, truth, humanitarian, spiritual community at the moment. When you speak poorly of others, when you share things of others speaking poorly of others, and you join them in it, it's that whole monkey see, monkey do thing. And I can tell you now, being on the receiving end of it for so many years, and a lot of it, whether you are a fraud, whether you are a scammer, whether you've done absolutely nothing wrong and you're just sharing your truth, it doesn't matter who the person is, it doesn't matter what they've done or haven't done. It really, really hurts. It really does. Especially if it's not true. Just because it's somebody else's opinion or your opinion, it doesn't make it true. Okay, so it doesn't matter what a tarot reader says about someone. And to be honest, tarot readers and mediums, should not be reading anyone or doing any kind of reading on anyone without their permission to do so. That's the first violation of the code. You do not tap into someone's energy without their permission. And there's so many that do that, and it'll come back to bite them in the ass in a very big way. Even if they have permission from their spirit, you do not do that without the person's permission. That's just the biggest no-no. And when you talk about somebody, especially in a negative way, even though that person may not hear it, they feel it. They feel it. They can wake up one day and go, why am I feeling so crap? It's probably because someone has said something really nasty about them and then people have shared it. So not only are they getting the nastiness from all the poor words from one person, they're also getting the energy from all the people sharing it and agreeing with it, commenting on it. It affects you on a soul level. It affects you on a spiritual level. It affects you on a vibrational and energetic level. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Being 5D and moving into 5D means you don't talk about others. You don't share things about others. You don't watch things of people talking about others. You don't read posts about others. Whether they're black hats, white hats, whether they're just ordinary people, whether they're truthers, whether they're whoever, whether they are actually a criminal. Because what somebody else is doing, what somebody else says, what somebody else's opinion is actually none of your business. It isn't. You make it your business because you're not standing in your own power, in your own strength, in your own truth. And this is where this community needs a really big wake-up call. This community seems to thrive on calling somebody out because somebody didn't agree with them. Oh, you must be lying. Oh, you're compromised. Oh, you're channeling evil spirits. Oh my God. All because people aren't standing in their own truth and like to find fault, whether that fault exists or not, like to find fault in others. Because it's their ego and it gives them power. They feel powerful to put somebody else down. Why? Because they have no awareness of self. When you are aware of yourself, you have no interest in the opinions of others, no matter what it is. Whether it's the news of the day, whether it's somebody's long-winded article about the Anunnaki, whether it's some person bashing NASA, you have absolutely zero interest in anybody's opinion. Any news article, any video, zero interest. When you reach full 5D, you don't watch TV. You don't care. You can watch movies. Actually, a lot of the 12th dimensional beings enjoy watching movies that Earth creates. It's entertainment. It's fully entertaining. It's like going to a fair. It's like going to Broadway. It's simply entertaining. That's it. But to make it your reality and to be enthralled in it, to feed off it, when someone talks poorly about another and you give that your attention by commenting, watching, sharing, whatever, you're living off loosh, meaning you're feeding off negativity. You're not feeding off love. You're not in the higher vibrations. You're in a very low vibration because you need that to sustain you. You need that to fulfill you. You need that to make you feel good about yourself. If I can out someone else, if I can spread awareness of what this person's doing, then everybody else will become aware. No. If you can spread awareness of someone's opinion or of somebody else and how wrong they are or how much of a criminal they are, you're feeding off loosh, and that is what the Dark Ones have been doing this whole time. Feeding off loosh. You're feeding your ego. Just be very, very, very aware. I watched a program last night. I didn't watch it. It was on TV because we have the TV going all the time, just for some light in the room because it's completely black at night. And it was exposing a health. It was 60 minutes exposing a health influencer as a liar, as a scammer. It made me sick. Did she do it? I don't know. It's none of my business whether she did or not. If she did do it, then why are people making fun of her? She obviously needs help if she did do it. If she didn't do it, everybody, including 60 Minutes, has just ruined a really good person. By feeding into the exposure of someone, true or not, you are feeding off loosh. You are contributing to the demise and to potentially the suicide, whether it be physical or mental, of somebody else. Please do not engage in such acts as bringing somebody else down, whether it's true or not, because it only shows more of you than it does the person in question. And has someone been on the receiving end of that? I have very, very strong PTSD because of it. Because people were feeding into their ego. People were feeding into their hate. And I, for one, have done nothing but try and help people from the heart. And people have destroyed me because of it. Please don't be that person. Stand up for someone. Even if you think or you know they've done wrong, stand beside them and help them rather than contribute to what could be their downfall.
Hello, everyone. The QFS is performing all kinds of financial miracles, and it will soon reach you. What are you going to do with all that wealth? Let's go with the data. The most difficult thing for anyone is to dream that one day they will be rich, a millionaire, because the cabal constantly has us underground. The few times that great opulence comes into your life as a result of some business, as a result of some transaction, as a result of something that magically knocks on your door are very few times in human life. But I want to tell you that all this is going to change. The QFS knows your heart and knows very well what you deserve. Therefore, you have to be calm because this QFS quantum financial system is going to transform lives. As you can see, this technology is opening doors by leaps and bounds. It is searching through its quantum system called Odin. All types of negative transactions, poorly made, dark transactions, money laundering, arms trafficking, all types of illegality. And it is capturing those accounts, giving their location so that they can be raided by the Jassara military force. And in this way, control those dark holes that take away wealth and harm human society. All this money raised is being stored and entered as assets of the QFS to be returned to humanity. Therefore, you have to be calm and wait with faith for all this to materialize at any moment. In this information channel, we are going to give you the data and the guidelines that you tell us to be able to be aware of how all this is going to be about the largest wealth transfer in the world that is going to take place in the coming months. Now is the time to take things slow. Do not rush, do not rush. And if you have any type of debt, try to pay the minimum because the debt jubilee is coming. This means that a global monetary reset is coming where all debts will be canceled. A lot of abundance will be given to humanity so that you have funds and can become a creative being who generates ideas and new projects to help others with this new abundance that is going to be given to humanity. Many will be able to develop their humanitarian projects and help so many people who today are suffering from hunger and need. The era of monetary control and poverty will end on this planet Earth. This 2025 is going to be the year of financial freedom for all humanity. Therefore, it is vital that you are in complete harmony. The QFS knows you. It knows what you feel. It knows what you think. It has your DNA. It has all your data. Where you live, who you share with. It knows everything you have posted on social networks. It knows everything you have taken, recorded, and filmed with your mobile phone. It knows you absolutely, not from now, but from a long time ago. The QFS knows everything about you. And in the same way, the QFS will help you to free yourself once and for all from this financial suffering. The era of freedom is just around the corner. This has already begun. No one is stopping it. You will be liberated. You will have abundance. You will have health through med beds or military medical beds. Many technology patents will be released that humanity will be able to use to make their lives happier. The era of unlimited abundance is here.
And today, I am declaring the demonetization of all the currencies, not only in the Philippines, but all over the world. No more fiat currency. Because today, we have the plate, the blue plate of our ancestors in the printing of all the 72 currencies of the world. I am declaring also the release of the quintal money, which has been printed a long time ago. I am calling all the people of the central banks of the Philippine Islands, release the money with our Lolo Aram, Raja Sulaiman. And besides, this is not your time. This is the time of the superpower of the divinity, wherein this is the moment we declare the divine monarchy at the same time, absolute monarchy in all over the global earth. Divine monarchy, global, and all the absolute power and authority.
Forwarded from JR. This is the Chinese elders in releasing the funds to the world. The RV started in Asia already from all the intel I've seen and heard so far. It's working its way over into North America. Forwarded from JR. Alert, there's a possibility this could be old. Vetting it at the moment, alert. But we know that this is one of many trusts being opened up for the global currency reset. So the video will be used as discernment and possibility in what is really happening. We're in exciting times. And apparently Elizabeth Rodriguez is correct, true. I forgive myself for not trusting her. But her trust is in the quadrillions, I understand. Then Wolverine comments, this is what has come through. Accordingly, this has started from east to west. Please have faith as this is coming our way. Forwarded from Captain Carl Patriots. Gold bars, audits, floods, and Fort Knox. This is a great video a member just sent me. What do you think is going to happen when they open those vaults and they are empty? You think it might wake a few sleepers up?
Buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride down a gold bar Fort Knox rabbit hole. Since Doge has been auditing everything, Senator Rand Paul over the weekend sounded the alarm that the United States has more gold bars than any other country, and it's all being stored at Fort Knox. But yet, it hasn't been audited since 1974. So he calls on Elon and says, hey, you might want to take a look at this. Elon Musk replies on Twitter and basically says, what? They haven't done an audit since 1974? Yeah, we absolutely should do that. In fact, he suggests doing a live video walkthrough of Fort Knox to ensure that all the gold is there. Now, weirdly, since he made that suggestion, there are reports that U.S. banks are flying gold from London to New York. And I'm talking about gold, I'm talking mass amounts of gold, 8,000 bars worth millions and millions of dollars. Also, since this conversation started taking place, it is now raining all over Kentucky, and Fort Knox and the surrounding areas are under flood warning. So no audits are going to be taking place, at least in the next couple of days. What's even crazier is that conspiracies around the U.S. gold at Fort Knox have been going around for decades. And in 1974, the same year that they stopped auditing Fort Knox, there was an article released that an anonymous source said that the Rockefellers were pressuring the Federal Reserve to sell Fort Knox's gold bars at a super cheap price to anonymous Europeans. After this was printed in the newspaper, the anonymous source was revealed to be Louise Boyer, Norman Rockefeller's secretary, and she mysteriously falls to her unaliving because she fell off of her 10-story balcony. How about that? Not only that, but the James Bond movie Goldfinger was Bond discovers Goldfinger's plan to rob Fort Knox of the gold. And who wrote the book Goldfinger that later became the James Bond movie? A guy named Ian Fleming, who worked for British naval intelligence during World War II. And back in the day, people believed that he was using real life experiences to write fiction that now became super successful. You could go a million different ways with all of this information. Was our gold previously sold to Europeans and now they're flying it back? Did it just happen to rain when an audit's supposed to be taking place? Did a counterintelligence individual try to sound the alarm back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s? I don't know, but I wanted to share all this information and I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Majid Onyx. Sounds like the gold is not there anymore. Elon Musk looking for the gold at Fort Knox. And it's gone. Majid Onyx. And here we go. The new region. Delegations from the Turkish government and the Iraqi federal government have both arrived in the Kurdistan region's capital Erbil ahead of meetings with KRG officials on Tuesday aimed at resuming Kurdish oil exports. Forwarded from JR. Alert. I truly believe Bruce Bigcore was a trap to catch all the black hats and corrupt personas, to see who would take the bait, to see who's up to something, to arrest them, to try to keep people safe. Bruce was only trying to keep people hopeful, to not give up, because so many people have. Wolvie could have been another trap, like all the others in the Truth RV movement. White hats are hiding within all of these groups, monitoring everything, to catch people attacking him and others, trying to infiltrate gurus, networks and people, to get people's personal information. So many have tried to get mine. Military have full control of Bruce's big call email list. Since he's the largest and well-known gurus, military would never let anyone control this. It would jeopardize millions of people that have signed up to get notifications. I know Wolvie well enough. It's only been to help humanity, to bring hope, to get people over the finish line. I hope Wolvie's group trapped all of these bad actors so we can feel safe in our future that is going to be revealed to us. Forwarded from JR. This was a private message RV chat group explaining what to look for, what to expect, and they shared it publicly. That it has now gone viral. Thought it might as well share in ours. One of their members just proved my point that all rooms are being monitored by military. When they had hidden their personal name, someone brought up directly when it was hidden, when their real name was revealed, so nobody can hide. If they feel they can hide from Space Force, if they are up to nefarious things, good luck. We're supposed to be humanitarians. I believe if you can't be nice, feel like destroying others, you do not deserve to be blessed. Since this is biblical and godly moment in history. Manifestation. When you're grateful, you're on the frequency of receiving. One of the greatest tricks to speed up manifestation is to be grateful. That's how you magnify your power. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. When you embody this feeling of gratitude, suddenly everything becomes possible. Gratitude is a magical frequency.